Camera's rolling. Introduce yourself.
The Lord of Midgets. Up top. Aspect 1, West Coast, URL, all that cool shit. What you want to know?
Dang, now you put me on the spot. I want to know everything. Okay then.
You want me to help you?
Please.
Okay.
She a girl, so she feel like she can get information out of me, you feel me? Let's see how it work. Cut. We got a melon eater. You should keep that on cam.
Oh, melon, man.
Nah, keep that on cam. That's in my interview on top. Look, motherfuckers get escorted out during my interview. Fruits get escorted.
So, are you ready?
I'm ready like spaghetti.
Fruit niggas get escorted out.
Do you want me to say my name?
Please, I've been dying to know.
He been looking at you all night.
It's Gabrielle, Southern Queen Bar Fiend, Raise the Bar Management. Courtney Streets, who was the main event tonight. That's one of my artists amongst several. And he won. So, tonight, hosting. What
I'm trying to keep my eyes in her eyes, you feel me?
Right.
Let's do this.
So what did you think about some of the battles? What was battle of the night for you tonight?
Probably, fuck, what's homeboy name? What's your people name?
Skates on street. You talking about skates?
Nah.
Path?
Nah.
Tracks and trotter.
Yep.
That's it right there.
That was the battle of the night. That was the battle of the night
balls,
for Tracks
right?
and Trotter. Them niggas is goers. They gonna be on my roster one of these days soon. Trust me. I'm about to lock them up. Nobody fucking with them. That's the two of the dudes I found tonight. That's dope. That I would really bring to the West Coast, and I think that they can hang. Like, the West is the best in the world. Like, you can think New York, the South, all that shit. Trust me. The West Coast has the best battle rappers. And I can name them all from all time to now. And we them niggas. So,
I do have a question. How do you feel about acapella battle rapping versus over beats?
I actually feel like beat battles need to come back. I think like a lot of these MCs, because they don't write to music, they don't have a rhythm and they don't have like a cadence that can connect with the crowd, you know what I mean? And most of these people come here, they drive in their car, they listen to music. You know, your life is embraced and enamored with music, so for you to come somewhere for a period of 6 hours, not hear nobody rapping over music, that shit is crazy to your mind already, you know what I'm saying? It's like your mind's playing tricks on you and shit. So I feel like if the rappers got back to rapping over beats, it would be a little more structure for everybody. Like, I think a lot more people could actually come back to following the art a little bit better. I think it's difficult for new fans to fuck with this and pay attention, like for tonight, like a bunch of people talking and all that shit, because they're not used to being somewhere where they gotta focus on just words. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas don't go to school. You know what I'm saying? These niggas dropped out. Listen, I'm telling you some real shit. Motherfuckers do not go to school because they want to hear somebody talk to them. And this is exactly like an extension of that. You know what I'm saying? So for the cats who aren't, I'm not going to say educated, but they just aren't prepared for this type of shit, it's difficult for them to keep that focus and attention and shit. So I feel like if you brought the beats back, it will kind of like let the fans kind of feel comfortable. If you play like a 50 Cent instrumental and some nigga rapping, they'll feel comfortable, like, oh, let's see what he do on it, and, you know, kind of get the vibe back. And it'll kind of reteach motherfuckers, like, okay, now you could go without the music, because that's kind of how I started. I was freestyle king over the beats, and I struggled in this shit because there was no music, and I was like, what the fuck I'm doing? Like, it's boring, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I think the music is important to anything. If you call yourself a rapper and you don't got no music, like, you ain't a rapper.
How do you feel about those wanting to make a name for themselves, calling out people, like calling them out on the spot? How do you feel about that?
Man, I mean, I'm not the type to shit on some little nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you asked for, you know what I'm saying, speaking on some vet. But I really feel like there's a big lack of respect in battle rap. And I just think it's society in general. Like, our generation, niggas just don't respect each other. You know what I mean? Like, so I feel like with that, it's difficult to see like a cat who got one battle and then asked me for $1,000 a flight to California and a hotel room. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look at that like a disrespect. Like, it's kind of like, bro, like, you haven't even put in work. There's dudes that are veterans of this game that's been putting, you know, they stamped down, and they still haven't been to some of these bigger platforms. So for some of these dudes who knew booties, be like, oh, I'll fuck up Charlie Clips, and like, you ain't even the best nigga in your city. It's kind of like, bro, like, slow that shit down. You know what I'm saying? Like, how about be good to yourself before you go tell everybody how good you are? Because really, when you start telling motherfuckers how dope you are, everybody want to see you fail. That's a fact. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the nigga who say he the best in basketball, you want to see him lose more than you want to see him win. You know what I'm saying? That's why niggas hate LeBron. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing with battle rap. If you got that kind of attitude where it's like, yo, I'm better than you and you haven't proven nothing, and the fans can't, as a consensus, all say, like, yo, this dude is dope, and, like, we fuck with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? I think it's important for you to be humble. If you good, motherfuckers gonna recognize you anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't gotta say how good you are, because that really kind of insecure. You know what I'm saying? So
personally, it's another question. With all these leagues, I know I'm not familiar because I'm just now learning about a lot of them. But you know, right. I first got on with King of the Dot, and then you know, there's other leagues up in the Northeast. Do you feel like there should be more solidarity and cooperation between them, or?
I mean, I think all of these leagues are doing two things. It's kind of like watering down the game a little bit, but it's kind of trying to bring fans to the. That's really a difficult thing because, I mean, I worked for King of the Dot for a few years, ran the West Coast, and we had a big platform, and we made it where motherfuckers in Cali couldn't throw battles. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't come to Cali and just throw anything because we set a standard. And when you go to these other places that don't have a standard set, then they get used to whatever is being thrown. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if this is the standard of Tennessee, then motherfuckers going to be used to that here. You know what I'm saying? And I think, in a way, it's dope because, you know, cats get a chance to express their talent and be seen and all have a voice. The internet is an equal voice for everyone. But also, it's kind of watering down the game. You know what I mean? Because there's so many battles that I can't even watch half of these things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to, like 5 years ago, there was only...
That's what I was thinking.
Yo, 5 years ago, there was only 3 leagues. You know, really, like 3 prominent leagues. It was Smack, it was Grind Time, it was King of the Dot. You know what I'm saying? Don't Flop was kind of making a move. But it wasn't all that. Thank y'all for stepping through my day. But you know, it suck as shit. But facts. That's why I said something about it. But you know, I just feel like the leagues in general. It depends if you reaching out to, say, y'all in the South, and you reaching out to Milltown Blow or somebody who really holding the South down as far as like one of the bigger names and shit. And you're trying to consolidate, like, make it about the business, make it about the moves, you know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing on the West Coast. Like, I had, like, B.A.R.R.S from New Mexico, and then some of the smaller leagues from, like, Santa Cruz and Seattle, you know what I'm saying, all bring me out and really help with their scene. It's just kind of consolidated. So I feel like it's kind of like the NCAAs in basketball, you know what I'm saying? You got 64 fucking teams, but there's a Final Four, you know what I'm saying? And those Final Four teams should be like the leagues that people reaching out for, like, okay, like, I'm on the West Coast, let me holler at Spec or holler at Lush. If I'm on the South, let me holler at Blow or holler at, you know what I'm saying?
Right, Gabby.
There you go. All right, you know what I'm saying? Or if you in the East, then holler at Smack, you know what I mean? Or a couple of other cats that are up there, Debo, if you Queen of the Ring or something. But I really feel there has to be, like, a respect, bro. Like, if motherfuckers don't respect this shit is going to die. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have way more events of people talking through fools' bars and motherfuckers being, like, bothered because they writing classic shit nobody paying attention to. And then your scene is going to collapse on itself, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, we really got to, like, limit the leagues. The leagues is too crazy right now. Everybody feel like, oh, like, battle rap is cool. I'm going to just start a league. And 3 of my homies rap in my garage, like, drunk. Now we got a battle league. Like, no, that's not what it takes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to educate yourself and be good as a promoter. Make people like you, and you know, if you get 300 people in an event without anything to it, then you know you can win. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of these motherfuckers ain't good promoters. They just think they got an idea, and it's like, oh, if I got a little bit of money, I put this up, I invite these people, and they try to do it like if you selling drugs, and this ain't selling drugs. This is business. It's a different way to approach. You know what I'm saying? Because motherfuckers who don't smoke weed or don't drink was in here tonight. You know what I'm saying? And they here for the environment. So if you selling an environment and an atmosphere, that's more important than trying to throw some shit. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can throw a party. You could go on your MySpace. I don't know your MySpace. I think I'm in the past. But you can go on your Facebook right now and be like, yo, I'm throwing a party, and you might get 17 likes and 4 people comment, I'm coming through. You know what I'm saying? Or you could organize some shit and be like, I'm going to take 7 months to organize this party, and every 3 months you do something to lead up to it, and you got the most cracking party of the year. It really depends on your preparation, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I feel about that. I got long ass answers, my bad.
Hey man, it's good. Dang, I got 2 big questions, but I don't know.
For sure.
I'll just ask you one after the footage stops.
Nah, yeah, it's cool.
You know what? How do you feel like with battle rap being part of the hip hop culture? Just like, you know, I'm thinking like festivals now. Festivals are part of the hip hop culture, but they've been corporatized, like, and now it's like a big gatekeeper. You know, only the people who've already been getting, have been getting in. Right. Do you feel like with battle rap, being more prominent in people's mainstream, do you feel like there's like a corporate takeover happening?
Nah, hell no.
Not at the moment.
Nah, the motherfuckers that's kings of this shit are all from the street, bro. Like, it don't matter how many motherfuckers throw $1 billion at battle rap. If you don't know how to manifest that shit into good relationships and good money, like, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can have a motherfucker who own Microsoft. Bill Gates could come and be like, yo, bro, I got $2 billion. You think half of the niggas in battle rap know how to flip and make that shit work? Niggas don't even know how to flip 100 grand or seen $100,000 to even think about that shit. You know what I'm saying? So when you dealing with big money and big corporate operations, that's when you separate the motherfuckers who really know what they doing in this shit from the motherfuckers who just, regular common sense. Off top, homie, stay up. Off top. You know what I mean? So, I feel like somebody give me 600 grand to throw battles, you niggas is gonna change your life. I'm gonna change your life, trust me. Disaster shit, I booked most of the battles. I saw that one before I quit working with King of the Dot. And low key, they snatched every battle that I did. They X'd them all, put a whole bunch of new battles. They didn't have no interest. You know what I'm saying? And then motherfuckers did get paid. Now, mind you, there's a $400,000 budget. How you don't pay 8 rappers or 10 rappers with $400K? Like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? So if you don't know how to pay motherfuckers with that kind of money, what you mean? Corporation ain't gonna fuck with battle rap. This shit gonna stay right where it is. I promise. You know what I'm saying? And the motherfuckers that are smart business and know how to get people involved and know how to get sponsors behind it are gonna be the ones who's kings. I'm not one of the best dudes in this game because I got all kind of bread behind me. Hell no, I save my money for myself. I got a kid. You know what I'm saying? I take the bread that's in this shit and flip it and make that shit work. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you selling tickets, you selling pay-per-views, like, you booking these dudes and fucking giving them money to perform. You know what I'm saying? Signing contracts. Like, a lot of these motherfuckers don't even know how to sign a contract or got a bank account to send money to a motherfucker for a deposit. There's so much shit that's fucked up about battle rap. There's so many dudes that's thinking with their eyes big, you know what I'm saying, that don't know how to do this shit the right way. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be prepared. Niggas need to go to school for this shit. You know what I'm saying? This is fucking human relations. This is, you know what I'm saying? This is public relations. We get motherfuckers in an event and trying to keep them accommodated and in an atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? If you can't do that, then chill, stay at home, bro. Criticize the TV. You know what I'm saying? Be an armchair quarterback. Don't fuck with the niggas who really put blood and sweat in this, because, Smack, Lush, myself, Organic, like some of those, Debo, like, we spent hundreds of thousands on this shit, and I can show you receipts and, you know what I'm saying, Google Docs, nigga, with all of our paperwork and all of our shit that we spend as far as expenses. And I ain't no rich motherfucker, so that shit ain't coming from, you know what I'm saying, just my job. You feel me? So I'm doing this shit really for the culture, and so are these other cats. We're not just getting $150,000 sponsors to just throw events. So, this shit really gotta be smart. It gotta be thrown smart. It gotta be thrown right. The right cats gotta be important. You know what I'm saying? Like, Lush ain't the best cat to really have throw events as far as big money, because he is really the type of cat that he wants to pay everybody cool. He wants to make sure everybody's cool, and that's not necessarily the way. There should be a tier scale. It's like, bro, like, Daylight should get paid more than this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say names. Or Charlie Cliff should get paid more than this motherfucker. When everybody's asking for $7,000, nah, that's the part of the game right there too. These niggas think that they worth $3,000. I'm not paying your rent, bro. Yeah. Like, chill. If you can make me back like that and a half, then I'll fuck with you. But if not, then don't ask me for no money. You know what I'm saying?
So in closing,
that's just what it is.
what can you say to that hungry, tenacious person right now? A short statement. What can you say to them if they want to rise to the top? What do you say?
Learn your history. Imagine, like really, like you got to learn your history and have a great imagination. If you don't learn your history and you only watching battles because you seen Ty Law 2 years ago, you know what I'm saying? You got this shit all fucked up. Like there are so many rappers that in the freestyle era were great that came to this era and they're good now. You know what I'm saying? You got to know your history. Like you watch basketball, everybody know Jordan is the best nigga ever, and that nigga played 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? That nigga stopped playing in the early 2002 or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas still recognize him for being the best. So if you could go back and watch the tapes for sports or some shit like that, watch the files for B.A.R.R.S. If this is what you doing, do your homework, study. Like, you know what I'm saying? Be responsible. Like nobody gonna fuck with you if you don't know what you enamored in. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like trying to be a doctor and you don't know fucking your surgical tools. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta go to school for this. It's a class. So just study, have a good imagination, and the more you watch battles, the more you know what not to write. Because tonight I saw a lot of lines that niggas done said. You know what I'm saying? The defeat lines, stop the defeat lines. Retire defeat, fucking scout back,
C.A.R. lines.
Car lines. I could name so many lines, but it's not really for me to pick apart. But really just be original and use your imagination. Fuck with cats like Danny Myers, Rum Nitty. You're not gonna hear remix shit. You're not gonna hear old shit. You're gonna hear brand new shit. And that's what's pushing the sport. It's about pushing the sport. If you can't push the sport, then just sit on the side. Straight up.
Peace.
Let's go eat.